Hi everyone! The boys are off school for a whole week because they have the autumn leave, so we're gonna stay at Siskola for that whole week. We've been here already for a couple of days and I feel really unmotivated to do any kind of work. This is the first time actually since I bought Siskola that I felt like I don't know actually what should I do. There is a lot of things of course to do, but nothing something small that could easily be done now that it's getting quite cold outside. It has been quite freezing temperatures and now it's only maybe 6 degrees and it's pretty windy, so I'm here in the shade of the trees. But it's still quite sunny and beautiful weather, so I think I might actually clean out that little area behind the toilet, behind the outside toilet, because it's just full of gardening stuff and a lot of empty plastic bags and a lot of trash has gathered there. So I was thinking maybe I start clearing that out. So as soon as I start with a project, I think I will get more motivation to actually finish it. But we've been here for many days already and we've been to the forest and just taking it easy and being inside the cabin and just being cozy. So there hasn't been that much work. I think it also maybe is that I'm just exhausted from the whole summer. There's been just so much work always here and with the garden and a lot of things that goes on behind the cameras. So I think that it's just some kind of autumn exhaustion that I have. And I just don't feel like getting into any big projects at the moment. But it's also, I think it's also a sign that we actually have done so much already, that a lot of cleaning and organizing, and there's a lot of things that I have crossed off the to-do list. So that is a positive thing. There's a lot of things I want to leave for the spring, like putting the water drains in the little guest cabin, because I want to paint it first. And there's an old saying that you have to paint in the springtime, not in the autumn. So it's just too wet and moist and rainy to paint in autumn time, or it's a little bit risky to do it. So I leave that for spring as well. And well, there's the whole attic above the house that has to be cleared out. But that is a very dusty job and not something that I'm gonna do with the kids. I'm gonna need probably some help so I can, it's difficult to go up and down the stairs there. So, oh, it's not even stairs, it's a ladder. So somebody has to stay on the ladder, somebody up and kind of do like a human chain to empty it out. So I think I'm gonna need some help for that. So that's not something I can do now in the autumn time as well. So most likely I will just do that thing there behind the outside toilet. Let's see if I can get something done today. If not, then I'm sorry, this video is gonna be a little bit boring probably. But you cannot always work so hard. Sometimes you just have to spend some time with the kids and just enjoy some autumn weather. And we also we have to pick some mushrooms because there's quite a lot of mushrooms still, so I want to pick those. The boys are inside the cabin at the moment. We brought a lot of warm clothes so we can be outside and still enjoy this weather before it gets very freezing temperatures. Let's go and check out what is the state behind the toilet. Oh my God. Check out the mess here. There is some weeds that I put in the bag because I don't want the seeds to spread. A lot of empty plastic bags. A big bag of hay, the garden hose, some watering bottles and some mulch and a lot of things. So this would be a good thing to clear out. And I really wanted to hang something here on the wall, maybe the tools, at least some of them. I think I will put some hay there in the garden beds.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out. Until then, nope, a nope, a nope, a nope, definitely nope, a nope, nope.
So many plastic bags. There's a lot of plastic bags here, and they're very good for trash, taking a little bit at a time and using this because it's very strong plastic. So I'm keeping most of these. Some of them I'm just gonna throw out because there's just so many. Tractor shed. These walls are filled with wood chips for isolating purposes, and many times when I even touch a little bit these, everything starts falling out of them. old heavy iron spade, iron shovel. Look, this is a shovel, a very old shovel and heavy.
That looks like, is that the rock or is that the iron?
It's iron. This is the corner of the bar that there used to be all these wood chips. And as you can see, the soil here is very good underneath.
Did you say chips?
We could grow something here inside the barn. There's something up here, very heavy. I guess it's for the horse.
Oh, I'm so scared of that.
Yeah, it might
I
get
think
rust
it's gonna
and
fall
down. It can fall
I
down.
think it's gonna fall on my head
We
and
should-
I will hurt my
We should
head.
probably take it down,
How?
but maybe with that later on. The trellises can be taken inside. I kept all these old wallpapers because I wanted to put mulch on them, but I don't know if they will last the whole winter here. I really don't know what to do with this now because I don't have any mulch to put on top of this paper. So should I just keep it there dry until next year? It's a little moist already. Maybe I just put it there on the pathway. Part of a stove, very heavy. This is that pile with the dead chickens that I found too overwhelming to work with one time. But maybe I should have a different approach to it and just, start from here and just take a little bit at a time, because then it wouldn't feel like such a huge task. And I can leave the chickens there for now. Just work on this 1 square meter here underneath. I think that would be a good idea. There's still one more garden bed. This is completely contaminated with styrofoam, so I cannot use any of this in the garden. I'm not sure where to take it. I don't want to dump it just anywhere. I kind of want to put it in plastic bags. As you can see, this ground is completely contaminated with small particles of styrofoam everywhere. So that causes a little bit of a problem because I can't use this in the soil, and also I just don't want to dump it anywhere in the ground. So not sure what to do with all of this. Look, a plinth. So it's a nice big plinth here, but It is completely covered by this. Since I don't have an excavator, I will just do it by hand, a little bit at a time. Very nice and loose soil here. No wonder that the nettles thrive here so well. That is at least 10 or 15 centimeters more of the plinth. This is metal trash. Let's see. Oh no. Look how much trash here. Check it out. An old paint bucket. And the handle. You have to put on your jacket, Nemo. Nemo, put on your jacket and hat. This is like the chicken cemetery. It's full of bones. This is not even, this is a turkey, I think. Turkey bones. You can just hear the crunching here when you dig. Oh my god, I don't know why this is just the worst corner in the whole property. When I dig, I can just hear the bones cracking under the spade. Oh, the shovel is just full of chicken and turkey bones. Oh no. This was the pet cemetery, I think. That was a very small step in the right direction. I removed a little bit of this horrible soil here. And I will do a little bit at a time so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Here in the corner I would like to do maybe a table alongside the wall and then some hooks to hang up some stuff for the garden. So this area here is could be used for many things. So I think I will continue with that later. Here there's a huge crack in the plinth. Look at the size of it. It's like a crater here. So at some point I need to fix this. But I love to do this kind of work, so I don't mind at all. It's completely cracked and has a huge crater here. I will do it when I can. You cannot really use concrete when it's this cold, so maybe it's something for next year. That wasn't the complete task of the to-do list, but I feel like anything I do now, it is still something in the right direction. I think it's just the knowing that you have so little time and you cannot do anything huge at the moment. So that is holding me back a little bit. And also it's not easy when the kids are here. They're always coming and interrupting whatever I'm doing, fighting or, you know, being bored or whatever, something. And now they're hungry, so I think it's time to call it a day and have some food, and then we're gonna heat the sauna in the evening to get washed up. And that is something fun for them as well to do, to put a lot of water in this big bucket and then they can bathe in that. The kids helped me take the water through the window and now the whole sauna is completely wet. The floor is so wet already, wet and dirty. Now we have plenty of water so that they can play. It is very moist and smoky here, but I think I finally got them to burn. Look at the moonlight, it is completely bright outside. Such a strong moon. There's such a bright moon tonight that it doesn't even look dark here. Have a great week. Bye bye.